Marius Els loved a 1.2-ton hippo he called Humphrey, like a son. He was photographed riding its back, feeding it, even brushing its massive teeth. To Marius, this was a story of a magical bond. He once said, "There's a relationship between me and Humphrey, and that's what some people don't understand." But on November 12th of 2011, on his South African farm, that love was met with a horrifying and fatal attack. The story of Marius and Humphrey isn't one of friendship, but a terrifying lesson about the wild heart that beats inside every animal. To understand what went so horribly wrong, we have to go back to the beginning. It all started with a rescue back in 2005. A former South African Army major named Marius Els found a 5-month-old hippo calf stranded by a flood. He adopted the calf, named him Humphrey, and brought him to his 400-acre farm. For the next 6 years, the two seemed inseparable. Marius created videos showing him swimming with Humphrey and riding him through the river. Seeing their connection as proof that love could cross the barrier between man and beast. He proudly told people, "Humphrey's like a son to me. He's just like a human." To the outside world, it looked like a fairy tale, but it was a fairy tale built on a very dangerous delusion. Marius may have seen a son, but Humphrey was growing into one of Africa's most unpredictable and powerful animals. There were warning signs, but Marius chose to ignore them. Humphrey was blamed for killing calves that belonged to Marius's business partner. He would also escape his enclosure and chase terrified golfers at a nearby club. In one of the most chilling incidents, a 52-year-old man and his 7-year-old grandson were canoeing when Humphrey charged them. The pair had to scramble up a tree when they were trapped for 2 hours until Marius finally lured the hippo away with an apple. His wife and friends repeatedly warned him about the danger, but Marius dismissed their concerns. He truly believed his bond with Humphrey made him immune to the animal's true nature. On that Saturday in November of 2011, that belief was shattered. Marius went down to the river just as he had countless times before, but this time was different. Without warning, the 1.2-ton hippo charged. Humphrey clammed his massive jaws down on Marius, biting him multiple times before dragging him into the water. The attack was swift and brutal. Paramedics later found Marius's body submerged in the very same river where he had first rescued the hippo calf all those years ago. The man who saw a gentle giant in the eyes of a killer had paid the ultimate price for his misplaced trust. The tragedy of Marius Els is a brutal reminder of one fundamental truth. You can't truly tame a wild animal. Hippos are not the gentle giants many people think they are. In fact, they are one of the most dangerous land animals in Africa, responsible for an estimated 500 human deaths each year. Weighing up to 3 tons and capable of running at 19 miles per hour, they are aggressively territorial, especially in water. Their jaws can open 150 degrees, and their large canine tusks are built for combat. They are known to capsize boats and attack anything they see as a threat to their territory. The attack on Marius wasn't personal. It was pure instinct. Marius Els saw Humphrey as a son, believed their relationship was special. He chose to ignore the animal's wild instinct, and in the end, those instincts took his life. This story is a heartbreaking cautionary tale about the dangers of projecting human emotions onto animals. A wild animal's behavior is driven by millions of years of evolution, not by the affection of a human. The bond Marius thought he shared was a one-sided fantasy, and the horrifying result proves that some lines between humanity and nature should never be crossed. If you found these powerful and often tragic stories from the natural world fascinating, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification for more. And thank you all for watching.